Hello everybody. Today we are going to start our lecture, Lecture 1, English as a Language of Global Communication. As already mentioned in the introduction, English acts as a lingua franca between representatives of different cultures and different mother tongues, and thus its role has to be assessed from a variety of perspectives. The most significant ones, in our opinion, thus also refer to the roles played by language in the development and maintenance of society and culture, science and technology, politics and diplomacy. And English is the least localized of all languages in the world today, spoken almost everywhere in the world to some degree, and tied to no particular social, political, economic, and religious system, or to a specified racial or cultural group. English belongs to everywhere or to no one, or it at least is quite often regarded as having this property. This is a color-coded diagram to indicate the percentage of English speakers of nearly all the world's countries. Here is a few small islands have not been accounted for. You can see the dark green is 85-100% of population speak English, then light green 65-80%, then 45-60%, and more light 25-40%, and from 1.1 25%. English can be used as a neutral medium in cross-cultural communications, especially in an environment of long-standing religious differences and political disputes, or even involved in an international war conflict such as Syria. And it also acts as a neutral unifier in a country fraught with internal dissensions such as India or a variety of African countries where it became the language of government. According to Robert Kaplan and Cachereau, the spread of English has been a phenomenon of modernization. English is capable of supporting a very wide range of functions, particularly if these functions relate to science, technology, commerce, and we can add to policy and democracy as well. Thus, the role of English as international language is to improve the economy and the capital of knowledge of the local community by allowing commercial expansion and trade, accessibility to latest scientific discoveries and technologies. The ability to use English, according to Weinstein, is simply necessary in order to become or remain competitive on the commercial and political arena. The ignorance of English eliminates one from the competition for the highest position in all the spheres of life and international relations in non-English speaking countries. However, for most people, the modernizing and developing role of English as an international language is predominantly fulfilled by the available to all access to information by the way of the World Wide Web or satellite communications. Since English is not only the international language of science and technology, but it is also the international language of information management. It is now considered more appropriate for scientific communication than other languages, even those with rich scientific traditions. Language planning or implementing language policies, especially in the education sector, are governmental attempts to control linguistic behavior. There are several reasons given for using English medium instruction in higher education in international context. The most popular one is that certain academic disciplines, that is, information technology, economic, sociology, and international relations, are inventions of Anglo-lingual countries, and thus the research and professional information related to these topics is published in English and not available in local languages. There is also specific terminology used which has been adopted in its original English form worldwide, and thus it is more beneficial to study these subjects in their original tongue. And at last, current statistics suggest that the estimation world population for English languages uses is more than 2,042,963,129, while the world's total population is currently approximately 7,519,028,970. This makes English the most widely spoken language in the world. Unlike other languages, the population of non-native speakers outnumbers the native tongue English users by a ratio of 3:1. Even though English is the official language of approximately 50 countries, people worldwide view this phenomenon differently. Some welcome it as a universal unifier and tool of access to a large world. Others condemn it as a destroyer of indigenous culture, societies, and languages. And now, thank you for your attention, and we have some kind of activities that we should do it.